Okay, I hope I can get this done because I've already tried to do this and my camera screwed up on me. So, I haven't been around for a while, and if you missed me, well, like and subscribe. So, I am on the interweb nets, as you know, on this lovely channel, this lovely YouTube. I'm also on the Rumble, and I'm on Instagram, but I am not on the TikTok, and for very good reason. Just like Snapchat, I just don't see that there is anything extra that isn't already duplicated on the Instagram, and so I don't think it'd be something that I want to do. I saw this trend go by about dry cupping, try something, basically taking dry protein powder and eating it without mixing it per the manufacturer's instructions. So, needless to say, somebody decided to do that and ended up in the hospital. Then I did a little bit of digging and I found that there are an amazing amount of challenges that people have been doing, and when I say people, I mean youngsters. We are failing our children, by the way. And it is amazing what kids consider fun. And I really do feel that kids have lost the concept or don't know the concept of friendship.
Friendship, a state of enduring affection, esteem, intimacy, and trust between two people. In all cultures, friendships are important relationships throughout a person's lifespan. And they shouldn't try to maim you.
I'm going to take you through 20 some odd challenges, if you will. I mean, gone are the days of the ALS challenge. I mean, at least that was for charity and it was fun, but these, not so much. So I do have notes. We're going to try to go through this as fast as humanly possible because last time I went through this, my camera died on me. So here we go. The blackout challenge. These are one of these challenges that you do bodily harm. And this is fun. People are choking themselves until they black out. Needless to say, if you're a 90s kid, we've heard about this trend and it went very, very poorly for many people. There's also the silhouette challenge, and I goofed on that on my Instagram. And again, if you're not on my Instagram, what are you doing with your life? This is where you're wearing some kind of frumpty dump kind of pajama thing, and then all of a sudden this red light goes on and you see a silhouette of your figure, I guess. And the bad part was that people didn't realize that this filter could be unfiltered, and some folks didn't calculate that maybe they should wear clothes when doing this. I wore clothes. You check it out. It's quite funny, if I do say so myself. Next is the trying to OD on Benadryl challenge. Like, for real. Taking at least 12 pills of Benadryl will cause hallucinations, and this is what we're doing to get high. We want to hallucinate. There was about 3 teens that I saw in an article that went to the emergency room because they decided to take this challenge. Also, what causes hallucinations, I'm told, and was also a challenge, was the nutmeg challenge. No, we're not making pumpkin pies and whatnot. We are trying to take copious amounts of nutmeg in order to hallucinate. Both of these challenges can cause seizures, and there's record of this happening. Good times. The cereal challenge. You know, we've been going through this nonsense with COVID for a long time, but here is some kind of challenge to pour some cereal and milk in a friend's mouth and use their mouth as the bowl. On video for everybody to see. I imagine this is some kind of exhibitionist foreplay. Maybe you've run out of repertoire, but no, not cute. Kiki challenge. Everybody loves Drake. Maybe. Drake, Mr. Drizzy, or whatever he calls him, Champagne Pappy, inspired a bunch of folks to jump out of their cars in slow motion or slow velocity, jump out and try to video themselves dancing alongside their car as it continues to roll. So, needless to say, there has been record of folks trying to play stuntman and failing tremendously. One female has been recorded to have fallen and given herself a concussion, which begs the question if she didn't already have brain damage to begin with. Next is the salt challenge. You know, some of our kids like to dabble in the sciences and do some chemistry, but here it's chemistry meets self-harm. Here we try to produce a chemical reaction between pouring salt on your skin, putting ice to it, which will cause something like frostbite. It's like having a scar, a war scar, a battle scar, and not have an actual battle story to go with it. How'd you get that frostbite? TikTok. So, this is where we begin to wonder why our kids are so special and why they don't understand what friendship is. Skullbreaker challenge. This is where particularly it's boys who are doing this stunt. They jump up in the air, and as they land, their friends kick their feet from underneath them, causing skull fractures. This is what's happening. Now we have beauty challenges, not just the silhouette challenge. This is probably the beginning of TikTok, where Kylie Jenner tried to deny that she got her lips done and said that she had done this thing with a shot glass where you create a vacuum to cause swollen lips and you get your lips stuck in there, and needless to say, many girls cause damage to their face, some of them permanently deformed. I don't know what this obsession is with trying to look like a blow-up sex doll, but is it worth it? The pass out challenge. This goes with the other skull breaker. Here's where we whip our heads back and forth, side to side, until you lose consciousness and take a nap or whatever. Brain damage. This is what we're going for. Brain damage for entertainment. Brain damage for likes. Maybe you should like yourself. You know, I believe the children are our future. And if that's the case, our future is bleak. Birth control challenge. I don't care where you stand on this debate, but this is where girls are videoing themselves before and after getting abortions. So, yeah, there are many means of birth control, kids. This is not something to brag about, and I don't understand where we went wrong with our children. So, another thing, and I'd like to say to the kiddies out there, you might be able to get rid of that fetus, but herpes are forever. Like forever, ever. And on top of that, there was the clear blue challenge. This is the pregnancy test. And inside this pregnancy test, these kids found this little puck that they thought was a morning after pill. No, it's the silicone puck that keeps the contents of the packaging from getting moisture in it. I don't understand, with the amount of sex ed being foisted on our kids through the media and the school system, that, you know, kids are just stupid with their sexual activity. Snorting condoms. Because that's what condoms are for. You know, when magicians would pull things out of your nose and behind your ear. No, this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna snort a condom and pull it out of our mouths. Like magic. Unlike magic, this is a choking hazard. You can guess what happens next. I mean, there's so many ways to prevent pregnancy, and I'm really thinking that we need to sterilize some of these kids. But anyway, I digress. On the train of self-harm, we are trying to magically change one's eye color by doing the flashing eye challenge. This is where kids look right into a flash and then do some kind of filter thing to make their eyes look a different color. I may be old school and a middle-aged woman, but I really think that colored contacts will do the trick and possibly not damage your eyes permanently. So there's that. There's also filters that'll just change your eyes. Next is the hot water challenge. One of my friends had a student do this, and again, friends, do not throw boiling hot water on you and cause you to have burns that are permanent scars. And, you know, one kid reporting seeing his flesh fall from his chest. So again, friends don't harm friends. Don't do it. Cupid's bow challenge. If sucking your lips into a shot glass isn't enough, this is where we start gluing the top part of our lip to the underside of our nose so we can expose the inside of our mouth outwards so it looks like we have fuller lips and a certain shape of our Cupid's bow. That's this little bit here. Yeah. So I'm sure there's a bunch of girls who are scarred for beauty. The fire challenge is exactly what you think it is. It's where people put flammable liquids, usually males, on their chest and set their chest on fire. Kids like to say that was fire, and I'm saying yes, that was. It also was your flesh. So TikTok, there it is. Another condom challenge. This is where we put water in the condom and let it land on our heads. So usually it's your friend dropping this condom on your head, and it engulfs your entire face so that you have no room to breathe, plus water. So again, not the use for condoms. When we were kids, we were told not to put plastic bags on our heads because it was a suffocation hazard. Here we are having kids put condoms all over their head for likes. Concussion challenge. Why? Like, you would think the skull breaker was a concussion. No. We have failed our boys. Okay? I mean, so kids, basically, they stand in a huddle facing the ground. And I think you've seen some of these where they throw hard objects up in the air and they keep looking at the ground into the camera. They're looking down, and maybe it'll land on your head. And you try to move your head out of the way so you don't get hit by this thing, but of course you're going to get hit by this thing, and this is what we do. Some of the objects that have been known to be used in this concussion challenge, where you throw things in the air, are whole wheelchairs, bikes, and ladders. Shock collar. We've seen this, I think, actually on America's Most Funniest Home Videos. I think I've seen this before, where people put on a dog shock collar for entertainment. Yeah, I don't know. Coronavirus. At the beginning of this pandemic, we had some smart-ass chick decide to lick a toilet bowl in defiance of this pandemic. 2 years later, I'm amazed that she's still alive and didn't get E. coli and whatever else like that. But I hope for her sake she was also the type that would take the Tide Pod challenge. Food dye challenge. Okay, so this is where this kid, I don't know what his name is, Colty or something like that. He drank water with blue food dye for 10 days. And then he wanted, I don't know if he wanted to become a Smurf, but I suspect that he doesn't know what a Smurf is. And he ended up turning blue. His stool was blue. Blue. Dabadia. Badabadia. Badabadia. That's a song. I'm blue. Anyway, I mean, if you want to see a rainbow of human feces, have a baby. But then again, I don't think this guy needs to be on repeat. Anyway, so for this dyeing thing, this eating too much dyes and too much dyed foods is linked to getting tumors. Like, we've tested this on animals, and is also linked to ADHD. So there are people in this world who don't have clean water, and here we are trying to put dye in it so we could have blue poo. Blue poo! Oh, we have another salt challenge. Oh my goodness. Okay, because, we need to put stupid on repeat. There are people who have high blood pressure like myself, and I'm on a low sodium diet, but here it is. This is where teenagers try to shorten their lives by chugging containers of dry salt. Yeah. I don't know why you would want to put yourself through like a hospital visit just for clicks and likes. I don't know. Now, when my nephews were young, especially the oldest one who's about to be 18 this coming year, kids grew up doing this cha-cha slide with this cute little dance choreography, and it was cute. Now these kids that are old enough to drive, and possibly the same kids who are doing the cha-cha slide, are taking these instructions while they are driving the freaking car. They are swerving to the left, swerving to the right. I'm voting for raising the age for licenses. Or at least, before they get their license, they check their TikTok. You put it out there. The basketball beer challenge. Okay, drinking games are fun and all, but this is where you take a bottle of beer, you balance it on top of a basketball, you bounce it, and you try to, I don't know what the hell you're trying to do. You're trying to catch the beer, and sometimes your face is catching the beer. And obviously people have broken teeth and busted their face, and this is an abuse of alcohol, and I totally do not approve of alcohol abuse of any kind. It looks like that's it. So, try to convince me to go on the TikTok. Other than to observe the insanity and to maybe scare myself for my future, I don't see any value in this. The dances are cute, but most of it is reproduced on Instagram, and I don't see a need for it. But really, if you were a parent, please creep the crap out of your kids' stuff, because if you are unaware, a kid doesn't have the decision-making skills of an adult. And, you know, especially when they hit puberty and they turn into absolute idiots. I grew up with Looney Tunes and all kinds of weird cartoons that did fantastical stunts. And I never once would think to drop a piano from on high or an anvil on somebody's head or jump off a cliff or whatever else like that for fun. You know, I had a pretty good sense of the fact that these were cartoons and not reality. Which one of these stunts is the most shocking to you? Comment down below, share this video, see you on the next video. Hopefully my camera won't crap out. Bye. I don't know, this feels like it's out of proportion. But anyway, are you scared yet? I mean, I fear for the parents of this world.